He ate and screamed his brains out all night. For the last couple hours, he's been sleeping like this.
Oh, the lens is all. Whatever. With each one of our kids, Ben loves taking a shower with them when they're new like this. And they love it. They never squawk. They never say anything. They just lay there, either fall asleep or...
It's funny. I don't consider ourselves like the cleanest people on the planet. But after you have a baby, you see stuff like this. There's just like a diaper on the ground. See? Look, there's another one. We just got our first request for stickers from Alaska from Becky with an awesome letter. And we're sending out these 3 sticker requests today to Springfield, Blue Ash, and Buffalo. So hopefully you guys get those soon. Today's Q&A is all about birth.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Carrie asks, have you always had your kids at the births of their siblings? Is that what it says?
With the first 3 births, no, we didn't have any of the kids there. But then the second 3 we did, we felt like our kids were old enough to be able to really understand what's going on and appreciate what's going on. When Memory was born, who's our 4th, we had Dove and Eden there, and Dove and Eden at the time were 5 and 4 years old. So I guess 4 years old is the youngest that we've had.
Samantha asks, how do you feel about nursing in public?
I feel pretty good about it. I didn't always feel good about it. I felt pretty anxious about it with my first probably 3, 4 kids. I see it as a pretty functional purpose, and I don't see it as sexual in that context. I think I used to feel like I always needed to put a blanket or have a fancy nursing cover. But I don't feel that anymore, especially in my own home. I'm like, well, I'm not going to cover up in my own home. And if you don't want to see something, then don't come in the room I'm nursing in, I guess, you know.
All right, this is exciting. The baby's 5 days old. This is the first time the baby's been out of the house because we're going to Grandma and Grandpa's for dinner. Oh my goodness gracious.
Welcome. First time out of the house. Welcome back. Welcome outie. Oh, aren't you cold, baby? Woo.
Dad, I'll hold him over eating.
There's salmon.
Or I can hold him. I mean, we've got options.
Here. My mom just pulled out baby pictures of me.
Look at lots of hair. Oh, look at the big lips.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You wore tank tops?
But look at you. It looks like you. Oh my goodness.
We had to take a break for dinner, but we're back with Q&A. Christy asks, ooh, this is a crazy question. Do you want more kids?
Yes. But I did have a moment the day he was born, and I was like, I kind of want a break.
The older we've gotten, the more we've come to believe that children are the most important thing. Annie asks, what are some of the things you have learned from delivering your first baby to this baby?
That it's all worth it. The pregnancy, the hard labor, and the birth. I have a longevity now that I can see that it's worth it, that I didn't have with my first.
Risa asks, what is it like for you to be at and watch the birth?
I don't know. It feels like a miracle. I mean, it is a miracle. You go through so many emotions, like, really quickly just by watching.
It's hard and scary and exciting at the same time. And one moment I feel bad for Mama, and then the next moment when we have the baby, it's the total opposite.
Well, I really like being at the birth because it is really scary seeing Mama in so much pain. There's nothing that I can do except for just be there for her. But at the end, like, just seeing how happy Mama is and, like, everyone else in the room is just, like, crying. That's, like, the only place that I've actually experienced something like that.
Filia just said, what about Mama? She was definitely at the birth. Jess wants to know, what's it like birthing in a tub, and have you given birth in other places, like a hospital?
I don't have a whole lot to compare to. I've never given birth in a hospital. I've only given birth once outside of a tub. The tub, I think, if you're not going to do drugs, is the way to go. Because it's kind of a natural relaxer. I think it helps ease the pain.
What did you do with the placenta? Memory, can you get the placenta out of the freezer?
Coming off of the shelf, so I just took that shelf and I can't pull it out with this like.
Oh gosh.
Oh, weird. Here is the placenta. And it's stuck to the freezer shelf. You can see there. It's like, well, not really coming through. We don't know what we're going to do with it yet. Christy asks, does it scare the kids to see their mom in so much pain?
It did when I was younger, but now that I've been to more of her births, especially, it's gotten easier, and I don't know. I'm able to see, like, ahead, and it's not as scary.
Well, kinda more. Not as much now, but at Filia's birth, since I was younger, yeah, because I had never been to a birth. It does, cause it's really scary seeing it's really different when you know her when she's not giving birth, and then seeing her in birth, like it seems like she changes a lot, but then like after the birth she goes right back to how she was.
Valerie asks, what is something you love about midwifery care?
I love how personal it is.
Dunzo, that was one thing.
Yes.
If you had to describe birth in 3 words.
Amazing, life-changing, hard.
How do you think having siblings present helps family ties? I think it helps for us just bind our family as a family unit. The kids from the very beginning kind of take ownership over the sibling that in a way is just as much theirs as it is ours.
Coming into the world is a very intimate moment in your life. And so I think for your siblings to be a part of that very intimate moment, it's going to have lasting effects.
The things that have made our family the closest together over the years are the things that are the hardest. Savvy Life asks, are there any special traditions you do with your baby just after they are born, religious or otherwise?
We had a 0 birthday party.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. We've always had pizza.
Oh yeah.
The day that they're born.
And we'll have a candle with a 0.
We've tried to do a baby dedication that we've done with everyone. And that's really important to us because the most important thing about this new child for us to remember is that it's not actually ours. That these children, they come from God, they belong to God, and their lives, they're in our care. The first thing that we want to do is to give this child back to God with our hearts and stuff. Risa asks, how do you think it'll change birth for you in the future?
I think I'll be more prepared. I don't know.
How do you think it'll change if you ever have a birth of your child in the future?
Watching you and how it can be more helpful.
Oh, cool. Does it scare you to see your mother in so much pain?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen her in that much pain before, besides the other births. But I know it's going to be okay.
How do you think this will change how you do birth if you ever have a baby?
I don't really know how to answer that.
I think seeing my mom give birth is preparing me a lot for if I give birth, if I help other people give birth, and each birth helps me like learn more things about babies and giving birth. I'm sure that if I wasn't at the birth, if I had my own babies, I wouldn't really know what to do, and it helps me learn more about like what you could do hospital or midwives and home births, and I think that I want to do a home birth.
Heidi asks, did you also have a doula?
We had no official doula, but I had my sister and I had a couple friends all assisting me
My
like
sister.
a doula. Yeah.
Basically, we didn't need one because we had like 10 of them.
Thanks for all the questions. If you haven't seen the birth video yet, we'll post a link to it at the bottom.
So, the question is, hey, you gotta listen to me. The first question is, was it scary to see Mama have the baby?
Yeah, kind of like when it comes out.
Hey, don't move around so much, just stand still. Okay, do you want to have a baby?
Yeah, when I get older.